So today I lost $76,000 because one of my customers has gone broke. Good afternoon and welcome to a special episode of In the Car with Clint. When we first started out with the In the Car with Clint, it was a lot more diary than it was business tips, and this one's probably going to claw back a little bit to diary. So in business, the businesses that I'm in, we run 30-day trading accounts, and I've been talking about the world melting for a while, and I've kind of had this feeling that there's going to be some landscapers that go bankrupt. And at the moment, I'm only theorizing or hypothesizing around this because I have not had any confirmation from the client themselves, but pretty good at this. And when they stop returning your phone calls and don't make payment dates and then just disappear off the face of the earth, they are broke. And if they're not broke today, they're about to be broke. And if they don't know they're broke, they're about to find out they're broke. So the best thing we can do with this is learn from it, which is a funny thing to be saying, but the reality is there needs to be lessons taken from this. And if I'm honest with myself, there was a few red flags that we kind of chose to ignore subconsciously, or we were kind of so caught up in the success of the work that we were doing that you kind of don't see the red flags. And there's things that the businesses haven't done well with regards to maintaining accuracy of account application forms and updating PPSR registrations and sticking to credit limits, and there's just a bunch of stuff that we could have done differently. And so this $76,000 L is on me, and I've talked about this before. As the owner of the business, you are responsible for everything that does or does not happen within your business, and I didn't do a good enough job. I didn't make sure that my team had re-registered PPSRs. I didn't chase the client harder for the money that they owed us. I didn't put them on stop credit more violently. I didn't look at if something appears too good to be true, it often is. This client was spending a lot of money with us. The relationship was good. It didn't look like they were watching things too well, and I probably from the outside could have done some stuff differently. And so now we're in this situation where I imagine that they'll call in an administrator or a liquidator in the next week or whenever it comes in. This video won't go out until that happens, so this video might not see the light of day. And then I will get a phone call saying, or I'll get a letter because they're fucking pussies. I'll get a letter saying, it's probably not because they're pussies, that's wrong. It's because it's more official. I'm going to send a letter. And then you can charge $70 for printing the letter and sending it. Can you hear the cynicism I have around liquidation lawyers? And then the worst part about it, whatever money they've got, guess who gets that? Fucking liquidators, because they charge $700 an hour as the director and $500 an hour as a senior partner and $400 an hour. And so a company that's on the edge of being able to pay any money, someone comes in and calculates how much money they have to pay, and then they get paid all the money, and then what's left gets equally distributed between everyone else. Usually nothing. And the worst part of it all, I'll be fine, it fucking sucks, but the staff will lose their superannuation that hasn't been paid because it hasn't been paid. And any annual leave entitlements and that, if there's no money left, it's all gone. And then the worst part about all that, in Australia, that director could probably start another company tomorrow morning, because you kind of have to do this twice before the government turns around and goes, you're not fit to be a director of a company. It's fucking ridiculous. So yeah, nice L. And the funniest fucking part about the whole thing, this is a separate funny, we've had this building that we've been trying to get rid of for however long. I'm paying something like $42,000 plus for, that's plus GST plus outgoings for this building in Kent Town. So it's costing me about $800 a week, and I'm not using it. And it's been for sale, for rent, it's just sat there. And now I get a message from my assistant saying, hey, good news. She wasn't at work today, so she doesn't know what's going on. She's like, good news, they've sold the building. Like, great. That'll be good, because that was obviously, I had 2 years left on the lease. Well, it's actually February. It probably would, funnily enough, work out to exactly what I lost today in bad debt is what I picked up in dropping that liability. And so I was joking around with someone before how the universe has a sick and twisted way of kind of making everything balance. And for those golfers out there, you know, there's a saying, the golf course will give you what you deserve. You know, if you have a good front nine, they'll take it back on the back nine. And I feel like in business it's the same. Like, I obviously don't deserve that money, and the universe has gone, you're not using money wisely, you're not investing it properly, or, you know, if you listen to Grant Cardone, you shouldn't have it in cash. And so by doing so, I lost the cash because I wasn't using it properly. Pretty funny. And it's a really weird way to look at it, but we will take learnings from this. We will clean up a lot of our administration, get proper newly signed account forms from people that, you know, maybe had an account form that was in the trust. We used to have a trust, now we've got a company. You know, we'll make sure that any PPSRs that haven't been lodged get lodged. Any bad debts get chased, credit, just different things. Because money has a funny way of only giving you what you deserve. Anyway, just a bit of a diary. This too shall pass. Be kind to each other. Most importantly, be kind to yourself. Talk to you tomorrow.